Alright, what seems to be the problem here? Oh, thank goodness you guys are here. I found this guy like this like 30 minutes ago and I'm running out of ideas.
What's with all the stuff around him?
Okay, so I tried all sorts of things. But after I called you, I tried smacking him like really hard until he woke up. And when that didn't work, I lit some firecrackers on him to see if he was faking. And if he is really dedicated to the craft.
Excuse me, firecrackers?
Reasonable thing I had left to do. I gave mouth to mouth. And I puked behind that dumpster. Oh, I didn't know that was an option. Good morning, internet, and welcome to one of the very first videos of General Responder, the show where we hit right on the nose with everything that has to do with first responders, past, present, future, and fiction.
Drugs are bad. You shouldn't do drugs. If you do them, you're bad. Because drugs are bad, okay?
That's what we've been told by adults and South Park alike ever since elementary school. But what if I told you there was a drug that everyone should be carrying on them at all times? From little Timmy down the block to old Uncle Henry, who we've been avoiding since last Thanksgiving because of politics. Today we're going to be talking about none other than a borderline miracle drug known as Naloxone, a fast-acting opioid antagonist that can be used to reverse life-threatening respiratory depression from an overdose by temporarily kicking opioids off of the brain's receptors to return breathing to normal. And if you don't know what any of that means, don't worry, because I didn't either, and I'm literally the one who wrote it in the script. But let me break it down for you real quick. Opioids are drugs that work as a depressant that typically are used to make pain go away or make you feel calm or sleepy. Examples being oxycodone, commonly known as Percocets, hydrocodone, known as Vicodin, or even fentanyl, one you've probably heard about on the news. Your brain produces endorphins, naturally made opioids that reduce stress, regulate your mood, and lessen your perception of pain so that you aren't left writhing for hours after just stubbing your toe. Let's think of endorphins as little keys made to fit locks in your brain, known as opioid receptors, giving you all of those benefits once they enter the keyhole and open the door. Now, synthetic opioid drugs, like the ones we mentioned, are like if you had roommates come over with their own copies of those keys after you invited them. These drugs aren't inherently bad, seeing a lot of use in the medical field by doctors to help treat their patients post-surgery or for pain relief. The problem comes when you take too many synthetic opioids in a short period of time. Like you're throwing a party and now everybody and their mom wants to come over for free food. This causes your body to be calmed down to the point to where it literally forgets to keep you breathing, causing your brain to stop receiving oxygen, quickly putting you in a life or death scenario, with not much possible to be done in the way of resuscitating you once you get to this point. But that's where our main character of this video comes in, Naloxone. Think of it as your landlord coming in and shutting down the party because you're 2 months behind on rent, and you usually just pretend like nobody's home when he comes to collect it. Not only does he kick out all of your guests, but he blocks the door and makes sure old Uncle Henry doesn't get back inside either. Don't worry, you didn't want him coming back anyway after the Thanksgiving incident. But this is essentially what Naloxone does. Removes the synthetic opioids from the receptors in your brain, ensuring that they don't continue to enter them, and kickstarts your body to remember its essential functions like, I don't know, breathing? It's good at what it does too, usually reversing the effects of an overdose within just 1 to 2 minutes, giving good reasons as to why almost all first responders carry them. But now you may be saying,
that's all well and good, but why do I need to be carrying Naloxone on me? I'm not a first responder. I don't even know how to use it.
You probably do sound like that too. But anyway, firstly, administering it is super simple, and I'll break it down for you right now. First, try real hard just to wake the person up. Who knows? Maybe they're just taking an on-the-road nap with a bed made out of very suspicious substances. If there's no sign of them coming to, it's time to whip out your trusty Narcan. Tilt the person's head backwards and hold the Narcan long side pointing away from you. Place it into one nostril and push down on the plunger firmly. Roll the person on their side into the recovery position and call 911. Narcan is only a temporary fix, and the overdose can return. Uncle Henry can only wait so long. If the person's condition doesn't improve and you have more Narcan on you, it is safe to repeat the process every 2 to 3 minutes until proper medical care arrives.
But what if I use it and the person isn't actually having an overdose? Would I have just killed them?
Not true at all. Narcan only affects opioids, so even if you were to administer it to somebody who isn't actually having an overdose, there wouldn't be any negative side effects. Worst case scenario, you just woke somebody up from a nap in a very creative way. And best case scenario, you literally just saved somebody's life. Good job, man. Overdoses can happen literally anywhere, from schools to restaurants to your Thanksgiving table. Okay, sorry, I'll stop bringing it up. The situation is even worse with fentanyl in particular. Even tiny accidental doses are capable of causing an overdose. Now, with how great all of this sounds, there must be some downsides to this drug. It can't be all sunshine and rainbows. And yes, naloxone usage does have its fair share of criticisms, believe it or not. Firstly, is safety concerns after administering. One thing to be careful of is that this person is literally going from a brain-stopping high to completely sober in the matter of seconds, and you're the only person in their immediate vicinity when they do. So it's important that you keep your safety in mind when you use it, because you really have no idea how anybody's going to react once they wake up. So always try and stay a good distance away when they come to, because there's no reason to possibly put yourself in harm's way for helping somebody. Another point is that it's a commonly held belief that since naloxone can be used to reverse the effects of an overdose, it may cause people to be more encouraged to abuse opioids in the future, since they essentially have a quote-unquote safety net if they were to overdose. But studies actually show the opposite. Most people who survive an overdose don't want to have to experience it again. That and naloxone is able to connect people with treatment and support programs once they receive more advanced care from a hospital. There you have it, naloxone, the drug that can be used to reverse the effects of an overdose in a matter of seconds, and that anybody can pick up and use. With little to no risk for administering it to somebody that you believe is experiencing an overdose, it's kind of a no-brainer that you should be carrying it on you, because you never know when you can be in the position to save a life. Alright everybody, thank you so much for stopping by for one of the very first videos of General Responder. I actually released 2 other videos alongside this one, so you're only 33% of the way there if this is the only one you watched. If you're wondering why there's literally 18,000 law enforcement agencies in America, check out the video on the left. Or if you want to know whether or not firefighters are being poisoned by the gear that they wear, the video on the right is for you. And if you saw them already, well, you just earned your very own first responder badge, my little General Scout. Now let's add that to your state-of-the-art subscriber stash right over there. Looks good, doesn't it? Hungry for more? Don't worry, more patches and videos to come next Friday. So stay tuned for that and have yourself a damn good one.